I was at this meeting last week here at Matrix. It was the salespeople, it was me, Debbie, and the developers, and we were basically all talking about what we had accomplished this week. Something that I noticed is that the developers were saying they hit so many story points that week. And I'm like, what is a story point? Like Hansel and Gretel? Cinderella? Like, what are these stories that they're talking about? So I sat down with David Sutherland. Actually, he sat down and I stood up and filmed him. But I asked him, okay, what are story points?
Story point is a way for us as human beings to be able to visualize a piece of work. As a human being, we are very bad at estimating time. However, we can estimate the difference, the relative difference between multiple different objects or efforts. So what we do with story points is we assign the Fibonacci sequence 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, or 13 to different tasks.
So they assign these numbers to different tasks, and the higher the number, the longer they expect that task to take to complete. I asked David, why do you guys do this?
If we don't estimate time accurately, say we're 50% under our time estimation, it makes it that much more expensive for the client before they get anything that is usable. However, if we overestimate time, that can be just as bad in that it can drive customers away. It can give customers a false number that they're trying to budget off of, so it's wasteful all the way around.
So estimating how long an app will take to build is one of the more challenging things that developers have to do. It's easier to estimate the steps needed to build an app than the time needed to build an app. But each step could take a different amount of time. And you don't always know how much time it's going to take until you're like coding or programming, doing whatever they do. So some of you are probably wondering, how come developers can't tell how long it's going to take to complete a step? I think a pretty good comparison is when you have a list of errands that you're running around trying to finish. And maybe one of those errands is you have to go to the post office and mail off a package. Well, it's anyone's guess how long that trip to the post office is going to take. It all depends on how many customers are there, how many people they got working. A trip to the post office can be quick or it can be interminable, and you won't know until you get there. So, in a nutshell, story points are a unit of measurement of work.